When Downton Abbey premiered, it became a global phenomenon, winning awards, drawing millions of viewers, and turning little-known actors into household names. Now, 15 years later, here's what the beloved cast looks like today. When Michelle Dockery was cast as Lady Mary Crawley in Season 1 of Downton Abbey, her life changed forever. A self-proclaimed Essex girl, Dockery had long dreamed of making it big, but she never imagined that Downton Abbey would catapult her into national treasure status. As Dockery told The Guardian in 2013, "I still feel on the outside looking in. My career trajectory has been surreal."
We've been on the edge of this so many times, Matthew. Please don't take me there again unless you're sure.
Dockery's career has soared since her Downton debut. She earned 3 Emmy Award nominations for her work on the series, and later another for her performance in the miniseries Godless. Critics also praised her role in Netflix's Anatomy of a Scandal, a show that stretched her creatively. But while her career took flight, her personal life turned upside down. After Downton Abbey began, Dockery met and became engaged to the dashing John Dineen. She was left heartbroken when Dineen died of cancer in 2015 before they could marry. In time, Dockery found a way forward. She met Jasper Waller-Bridge, whom she married in 2023, and while promoting Downton Abbey the grand finale in 2025, she walked the red carpets with a noticeable baby bump. As a child, Jessica Brown Findlay dreamed of taking the stage, not as an actor, but as a dancer. She trained tirelessly, hoping to turn her talent into a career. In a 2025 piece for The Guardian, she wrote, "Quite quickly, ballet became my entire personality. I loved the feeling of making something beautiful. But when an injury forced her to give up ballet, Brown Findlay turned to acting. She landed a few small roles before being cast as Lady Sybil Crawley in Season 1 of Downton Abbey. Her career took off from there. In the years since, she's taken on a wide range of projects. She starred as Charlotte Wells in the acclaimed series Harlots and played Ophelia in Andrew Scott's celebrated production of Hamlet. Her biggest break came from Hollywood, where she worked alongside Anne Hathaway in the upcoming film Mother Mary. Reflecting on the experience with Harper's Bazaar, Brown Findlay said, "You admire actresses from afar and wish you could talk to them, then suddenly you can. Filming that blew my mind. It was the most exciting group of people I'd ever worked with." But as for Hathaway-level fame, Brown Findlay would rather pass, saying, "I want to be able to live the way I've always done." The actor who played the valet, Thomas Barrow, in Downton Abbey made quite a name for himself in Season 1.
"This is the first place I've found where I've laid down some roots."
But in the years after his big break, Robert James-Collier hasn't fully capitalized on his early success. He admitted as much in a press release for his ITV show The Level, saying, "I spend more time out of work than in work, so it couldn't be frustrating or I wouldn't be able to survive." At first, he chalked up his downtime to the sheer competitiveness of the industry, adding, "It's hard, it's a tough game to be in. And I always say it, but there's better actors than me out of work all the time." Over time, though, James-Collier began to suspect that there were other factors at play, mainly stereotypes tied to his role as Barrow. The reason? Barrow was gay. That might not seem like a big deal, but Hollywood casting directors thought differently. In an interview with Radio Times, James-Collier explained, "Because Thomas Barrow is gay and is essentially the bad guy for much of the show, a lot of people within the industry can only see you as that. They might not be in a rush to see you as a heterosexual love interest." Joanne Froggatt went through both highs and lows after Downton Abbey wrapped. In an interview with Metro, she reflected, "I've never come close to quitting acting, but there were times when I thought, oh God, what would I do if I didn't do this? And when I've had the last mortgage payment in the bank thinking, oh, am I going to get a job before that goes?" The actor admitted that the industry can be brutal, noting there were a few roles that she landed by the skin of her teeth. Fortunately, Froggatt's tough stretch didn't last. She scored a role in the 2025 series Mobland and was thrilled at the opportunity. For her, one of the highlights was the chance to help shape her character. She told Metro, "I love that process of trying to build a backstory, and I got lots of creative freedom. You don't have to like every character you play, but you do have to understand them." She also spoke fondly of her castmates, including Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and Tom Hardy, whom she praised as a fantastic scene partner. Brendan Coyle may be best known as the lovable valet John Bates in Downton Abbey, but his first love was the theater. He first revealed his stage talent in 1997 playing a bartender in The Weir. The performance was such a hit that he won an Olivier Award for Best Supporting Actor and even followed the play to Broadway. So it was no surprise when Coyle returned to his roots after Season 1 of Downton Abbey, and not just to theater in general, but back to The Weir itself in 2023. This time, though, he took on a different role.
The only one part I wanted to play was Jack in The Weir. So that was my list of one.
Coyle got the part and loved the experience, but returning to the stage didn't mean leaving TV behind. In 2025, he appeared in the Netflix miniseries Toxic Town, a role that was especially meaningful to Coyle since the story was based on a tragedy from his hometown of Corby. During the Season 3 Christmas special of Downton Abbey, fans got the shock of their lives. Matthew Crawley, one of the show's most beloved characters, was suddenly killed in a car wreck. That scene crushed any trace of holiday spirit, but it was considered necessary. Why? Actor Dan Stevens, who played Matthew, had decided it was time to move on. As he later told The Guardian, "There were definitely creative itches left unscratched, genres I hadn't worked in. 3 years were up. That's what we'd initially signed up for, and the appetite to explore further was too great." Since Season 1, Stevens has never seemed to lose that appetite for success. He moved to Los Angeles, started auditioning, and has worked steadily ever since. Among dozens of roles, the highlights include playing the Beast opposite Emma Watson in Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and starring in the Netflix anthology Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. By its release in 2022, Stevens had more than proven his range. Speaking with Tadoom, the director of his episode, gushed, "I feel like he can really go anywhere and do anything. He can be the good guy, he can be the villain, he can be a dreamboat, he can be the monster." When Laura Carmichael joined the cast of Downton Abbey as Lady Edith, she could never have imagined how much the show would transform her life.
I'm thrilled. I'm delighted.
Landing the part gave her plenty of professional opportunities. She played Henriette in the 2014 film Madame Bovary and later appeared in The Spanish Princess. But it wasn't Carmichael's career that Downton Abbey changed the most, it was her personal life. When Michael Fox joined the cast in Season 5, Carmichael noticed a spark. That spark grew into a romance, and before long, the two co-stars were partners off-screen as well. They went public with their relationship in 2016 and welcomed their son Luca in 2021. The couple appeared together in the first Downton Abbey film and its 2 sequels. On This Morning in 2019, Fox reflected on the experience of working alongside his partner for the first time. He explained, "It was interesting coming back to work together on it, but we're very much like when we get back to a big team, big family, you just kind of get back into it. And we keep it slightly separate, but it was an absolute joy." Because Downton Abbey brought Carmichael and Fox together, the show will always hold a special place in their hearts. Elizabeth McGovern built her career as an actor, but in the years after first portraying Cora Crawley in Downton Abbey, she picked up the pen. Nearly a decade after Season 1 of the period drama, McGovern made her first serious attempt at playwriting. In 2022, her play Ava, The Secret Conversations debuted to success in London. The piece explores the fascinating life of Hollywood icon Ava Gardner, including her complicated relationship with Frank Sinatra. McGovern, of course, stepped into the lead role, a choice that earned her wide critical acclaim. The play was so well received that she took it on tour to Chicago, New York, and Toronto. Riding that success, McGovern soon shared her interest in writing more. What's next? Apparently screenwriting. In an interview with The Guardian, she revealed that she's working on a top-secret film project. Though she's keeping the details under wraps for now, she couldn't hide her excitement about the new direction. For McGovern, it's not just another creative outlet. It's also a chance to test her limits in her 60s. As she put it, "It's my next obsession. I really want to write stuff. I'm really excited about that." Like many of his co-stars, Alan Leech began seeking more professional opportunities after the first season of Downton Abbey. On the show, he played Tom Branson, the chauffeur whose romantic life became a major story arc. But Leech's real-life romance has apparently been far happier than his character's turbulent one. After moving to Hollywood, the actor met fellow performer Jessica Blair Herman, whom he married in 2019 in a ceremony that seemed like a nod to his native Ireland. Leech told Hello, "It ended up being something quite different. When you get married in California, you expect sunshine, but a little bit of Ireland blew over on the day, and we had some heavy rain." The couple has since welcomed 2 daughters and enjoys a private family life. Love wasn't the only thing Leech found in Hollywood. He also landed roles in some exciting projects. In Bohemian Rhapsody, he played Paul Prenter, Freddie Mercury's manager, who leaked Mercury's most intimate secrets to the press and was widely seen as the film's villain. Still, Leech was praised for portraying him in a fair way. The actor also appeared in the very first episode of the award-winning series Black Mirror.